Okay, let's be real for a second. That dream of studying abroad, yeah, can turn into a paperwork nightmare pretty quickly.
It really can.
Especially when you see that mountain of documents.
Yeah.
But that's why we're here for this deep dive.
Exactly.
We're going to make that mountain feel more like, a manageable molehill.
Absolutely.
Way less intimidating.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Sometimes it's not even your qualifications that trip people up.
Oh, yeah.
It's just overlooking these, essential documents.
Ah, okay.
So we'll make sure that doesn't happen to you.
Yeah, that's great.
We'll help you sail through this whole thing.
Awesome. So what are we looking at here?
Well, we'll be talking about all the essentials, transcripts, language certificates, CVs, that super important statement of purpose, and those glowing recommendation letters.
Gotcha. So each of these is like a piece of the puzzle.
They really are. It's about showing them who you are, not just as a student, but as someone ready for this whole global experience.
Okay, makes sense. So first things first.
First things first.
Personal info, right?
Exactly.
Seems simple enough.
It does, but you would not believe the mistakes people make.
Like what?
Typos, wrong formatting, you name it.
Oh, wow.
It can actually really mess things up.
You're kidding.
I'm not. I almost missed a deadline once because I put a comma in the wrong spot.
No way. Serious?
Yeah, seriously. So, Avangard Group, we really stress accuracy from the beginning.
Yeah, I can see what.
We're talking full name, contact details, birth date, passport, everything.
So triple check everything.
Triple check. Yeah. Gotcha. Everything needs to be perfect.
All right, listeners, if you're out there, picture this. You, a highlighter, and every single detail on your application.
Right.
Like a hawk.
Yeah, seriously, even a tiny thing like forgetting your country code on your phone number can cause delays.
Wow. Okay, so no detail is too small.
Exactly.
All right, on to the next thing then. We got to show off those academic smarts, right?
Right.
We're talking transcripts.
Transcripts.
So for our bachelor's degree folks out there, your 10th and 12th grade transcripts are key. And for the master's crew, we need that bachelor's degree transcript.
Exactly.
But it's not just about handing them over, right? There's this thing called, what is it, verification proof?
Verification proof, yeah.
What's that all about?
Basically, you're proving those documents are legit.
Okay, so it's not just a photocopy.
Exactly.
You got to have the real deal.
The real deal.
Got it.
So think of it like a job interview.
Okay.
You wouldn't show up with a photocopied resume.
Sure.
You'd want the real thing.
Right.
So for verification, a fee receipt from your school usually works.
Okay.
Or your university ID, sometimes even an official email from your college.
Oh, okay. So there are options.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I know this a lot, but just breathe.
Take a deep breath.
Avangard Group. They've got your back.
Yeah, they'll make sure you've got it all.
Every duck in a row, like they say.
Exactly.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
Let's tackle that language barrier.
Big one.
Yeah, proving your English skills.
Can be scary for some people, but there are options,
Yeah. Like what?
Well, you've got your IELTS, your TOEFL, PT.
Oh, yeah, those are the big ones, right.
The big ones.
But each one's a little different.
They are. Different regions prefer different tests.
Okay.
Like some UK universities might love IELTS, while a US school might prefer TOEFL.
Interesting. Okay, so got to do your research.
Absolutely. And then there's the MO letter.
MOI. What's that stand for?
Medium of instruction.
Oh, okay.
So if your last degree was all in English, you might not even need a test.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that MOI letter from your uni might be enough.
Wow, that's good to know.
Saves time and money.
For sure.
So bottom line, check those university requirements before you even think about booking a test.
Yeah, way less stressful that way.
Way less stressful. And that's where Avangard Group can help.
Oh, how so?
We know all the ins and outs of these requirements.
Oh, okay.
So we can help you figure out the best way to get certified.
That's awesome. So we've got personal info.
Sure.
Transcripts.
Sure.
Language skills.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
The good stuff.
The supporting documents.
This is where your story comes alive.
I like that.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about here?
Your CV, letters of recommendation, and that statement of purpose.
SOP. Right.
SOP.
So it's like we've got the ingredients. Now we're adding the spice.
Exactly.
To make it delicious.
To make it stand out.
That's a great way to put it.
So your CV, that's the roadmap of your academic journey.
Okay.
And any work experience you've got.
Right.
But it's not just about listing things off.
No.
You've got to highlight those achievements.
Oh, okay.
Craft your skills, the things that make you unique.
I get it. So imagine you're the admissions committee.
Right.
You're looking for someone who stands out, right? Not just someone who checks the boxes.
No, someone special.
And that's where the SOP comes in.
That's where the SOP comes in.
Okay, tell me more.
So you got to connect the dots.
Okay.
Explain why this program at this university in this country, why it's perfect for you.
So it's like, why here, why now?
Exactly.
And what you want to do with it.
Right. It's about your goals, your passions.
Gotcha. Showing them this is part of your journey.
Exactly. The SOP is your time to shine.
To really let them hear your voice.
Exactly. Make that impression.
So it's not just who you are on paper.
No.
But who you are as a person.
Yes.
As a learner.
Yes.
As someone who will be part of their community.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
And then there's the recommendation letters.
Recommendation letters are important.
Yeah, they give a different perspective, right?
Right, from people who know you well.
Like professors, employers.
Exactly.
So imagine someone reads your SOP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wow, this person sounds amazing. And then they read this glowing recommendation letter.
That backs it all up.
Yeah, that's powerful.
It really is. It adds so much credibility.
So when you're picking who writes those letters...
You got to pick carefully.
Yeah.
Someone who can talk about your strengths, your work ethic, your potential.
Right, and give them plenty of time.
Plenty of time. They need to write something thoughtful.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot.
We have. Personal info, transcripts, language certificates.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It is. But the good news is...
Good news is...
You don't have to do it all alone.
Nope.
Avangard Group, they're there to help.
Every step of the way.
Like a guide.
A partner.
Because at the end of the day,
you
should be excited about studying abroad.
Exactly.
Not stressed about paperwork.
Right.
They'll handle the technical stuff.
And you can focus on the adventure.
I like that. Okay, now I know what some people are thinking.
What are they thinking?
What if there's a gap in my education?
Yes, the gaps.
Life happens, you know.
It does?
Sometimes things don't go perfectly according to plan.
That's totally normal.
So if you took time off, for whatever reason, don't panic.
It's okay.
We'll help you explain it.
Gaps are way more common than you think.
Really?
And they're usually easy to explain.
Like, what are some good reasons?
Well, work, travel, volunteering, personal stuff.
Okay, so it's not just about, like, goofing off.
No. Not at all.
It can be about life experience.
Exactly.
So the key is to be honest about it.
Honest and transparent. Embrace it.
Don't try to hide it.
Don't hide it. It's part of your journey.
Makes sense. And admissions committees, they get that right.
They do. They're looking for well-rounded people.
Not just robots.
Right. People with a passion for learning.
Okay. Good to know.
So don't let those gaps hold you back.
See them as part of your story.
And let Avangard Group help you present them.
In a positive way.
In a positive way.
Okay, I think that's a good place to stop for now. We'll be back soon to talk more about this whole application process.
Stay tuned.
And how to make those documents really shine.
Shine bright.
See you next time.
See you then. All right, we're back.
Back for more application tips.
We're diving right back in.
Picking up where we left off. Making those documents shine.
Because... I mean, you've gathered all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Transcripts, certificates, letters.
The whole shebang.
You don't want it to get lost in the shuffle.
Right, exactly. It's like presentation matters.
Presentation matters a lot.
It's the moment of truth, right?
It is. When you hand over that application packet.
Oh, that hard work.
And how you present it can make a big difference.
You know, it's like you wouldn't show up to a big meeting looking all messy, right?
Right.
You got to put your best foot forward.
Your best self.
And it's the same with your application, but in a digital way.
Exactly. So, rule number 1.
Hit me with it.
PDFs.
PDFs. Okay. Why PDFs?
Well, they're like the universal language of applications.
Okay.
They keep the formatting consistent.
So it doesn't matter what computer they're using.
Exactly. No more font fiascos.
More images going wonky.
Exactly. Everything's neat and clean.
Professional.
Professional. But it's not just about using PDFs.
Okay, what else?
Labeling, my friend.
Labeling, right, like file names.
File names. Think about it. You're the admissions officer. Hundreds of applications.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be overwhelming.
You want to find things easily, right?
Of course.
So, clear labels are key.
Okay, so like what's a good label?
Keep it simple. Your name, the document type.
Okay.
So, Jane Doe transcript, bachelor's degree.
Got it.
Or John Smith sought marine biology.
Ooh, easy peasy.
No more guessing games.
Okay, so we've got PDFs, we've got labels. Yeah. What about the order of the documents?
Ah, yes, the order.
That's got to matter, right?
It does. You want to create a flow.
A story.
Exactly. Guide the reader through your journey.
So, starting with personal info, then the academic stuff, language skills, And then those big supporting documents.
It's like narrative.
Makes it more engaging.
Makes it memorable. And this is where Avangard Group can really help.
Right. So
we handle all these little details for you.
Right.
Making sure everything is perfect.
Formatted, labeled, organized.
A whole 9 yards.
So you can just, like, relax.
Focus on the exciting stuff.
The adventure.
The adventure.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about those supporting documents.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Starting with the big one.
The statement of purpose.
The SOP.
This is where you really get to, like, express yourself, right?
This is it. Your chance to connect with the admissions committee.
Show your personality.
Your passions, your voice.
Okay. But it's not just a list of achievements, right?
No, it's more than that.
It's got to be, like, engaging your story.
Mm-hmm.
So should you get personal?
I think so, yeah.
Like, talk about challenges, triumphs, those aha moments.
Exactly. Let them see the real you.
The person behind the grades.
Right. Because they're not just looking for robots, you know?
Right. Right.
They want people who are passionate about learning.
People who will contribute to their community.
Exactly. And the SOP is your chance to show them that.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I know writing an SOP can be intimidating.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
Like condensing your whole life into a few pages.
It's tough. But you don't have to be Shakespeare, you know?
Okay, good.
It's about being authentic, clear, and passionate.
Passionate about what you want to study.
Exactly. And remember, Avangard Group can help you with this.
They can.
We can help you brainstorm, structure your story, make sure your voice shines through.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, what about recommendation letters?
Recommendation letters, crucial.
They're like the backup singers to your lead vocals.
I like that analogy.
They add that extra layer of like, hey, this person's legit.
They do. They add credibility.
It's like, you say you're great in your SOP.
And then they're like, yep, we can confirm this person is awesome. So when you're choosing your recommenders,
who should you pick?
People who know you well, who can speak to your strengths.
Like professors, employers, mentors.
Exactly. People who can vouch for your skills, your work ethic.
Your character.
Your character. And give them time.
Oh, yeah. Don't spring it on them last minute.
No, no, no. Give them plenty of time to write something thoughtful.
And give them information, right?
Right. Your CV, your SOP, the deadlines.
So they can paint a good picture of you.
A clear picture. And remember, quality over quantity.
Oh, okay. So it's not about, like, a stack of letters.
No, it's better to have a few really strong ones.
From people who really know you.
Exactly. Choose your champions wisely.
Good advice. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of specific documents.
We have.
But there's one more thing I want to touch on.
Okay, what's that?
Gaps in education.
Ah, yes, the gaps.
Life happens, you know.
It does.
Things don't always go according to plan.
Perfectly linear paths are rare.
So if you took time off between school, for whatever reason, work, travel, family stuff,
personal growth,
don't be ashamed of it.
You shouldn't be.
In fact, it can actually show valuable experience.
It shows resilience, adaptability.
Real-world skills.
Exactly. So the key is to be upfront about it.
Don't try to hide it.
No, embrace it. Explain why you took time off.
Highlight what you learned during that time.
Connect it to your desire to study abroad.
It's all part of your story.
It is. Admissions committees are looking for well-rounded people.
People who have lived a little.
People with diverse experience.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So those gaps, they're not necessarily a bad thing.
They can actually be a strength.
A strength.
Yeah.
And Avangard Group, they can help with this too, right?
Absolutely. We can help you present those gaps in a positive light.
Show how they've shaped you.
We've helped countless students do this.
And you can too.
You can too. We're confident we can help you tell your story.
In a compelling way.
A compelling way. Because that's what it's all about, right?
Sharing your story.
Showing who you are.
And why you deserve that spot in their program.
Exactly.
And we're back.
Back again.
For the final stretch.
The final stretch of our application deep dive.
You know, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have, from A to Z.
But before we wrap things up, there's one thing I really want to drive home.
What's that?
You don't have to do this alone.
Absolutely not.
Avangard Group, they're here for you.
Every step of the way.
They're like, your study abroad Sherpas.
I like that.
Helping you conquer that mountain of paperwork.
And reach the summit.
The summit, which is, you know.
Your dream school.
Your dream school, exactly.
So think of them as your partners, your guides, your cheerleaders.
They'll help you gather all the right documents.
Make sure they're perfect.
And submit everything with confidence.
And precision.
They'll answer your questions, calm your nerves.
And make sure you feel good about this whole process.
Because they believe in you.
We believe in you.
And they believe in your dreams.
Yeah. So as you start this exciting journey, Remember, you've got a team of experts in your corner.
Ready to help you make those dreams a reality.
Okay, now let's shift gears for a minute.
Okay.
And talk about something that can be a little nerve-wracking.
What's that?
Submitting your application.
Oh, yeah, that final step.
I know. It can feel like a big leap of faith.
You're putting all your hard work out there.
Hoping for the best.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
With the right prep, the right guidance,
it doesn't have to be a leap of faith.
It can be a confident step forward.
Exactly.
So let's break down that submission process.
Let's do it.
Make sure you feel good about hitting that submit button.
Okay, first things first, PDFs.
PDFs, again?
PDFs are your friend.
Wait, that.
They keep your formatting consistent.
Right, no matter what computer they're using.
Exactly. So no worries about fonts changing or images getting messed up.
It's like sending a present.
A perfectly wrapped present.
You want it to arrive in one piece.
And to make a good impression.
Okay, so PDFs, check. What else?
Clear labeling.
Ah, labeling, right, like we talked about before.
It's like a roadmap for the admissions committee.
Makes it easy for them to find everything.
So, remember, each file should have a clear name.
Your name? The document type?
Exactly. Jane Doe Transcript Bachelor's Degree.
Or John Smith Submarine Biology.
Simple, straightforward.
No confusion.
Now, when it comes to actually submitting,
okay,
there are usually 2 ways to do it.
2 ways. Okay, what are they?
Online portals
okay.
and email submissions.
Gotcha.
Online portals are becoming more common.
More streamlined, I bet.
They're usually pretty user-friendly.
Like step-by-step instructions.
Exactly. They make sure you don't miss anything.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
But what about email submissions?
Some universities still prefer those.
Especially for certain documents.
Right, like recommendation letters sometimes.
Okay, so what's important to remember there?
Pay close attention to their instructions.
Okay.
File size limits, the format they want, subject lines, all that stuff.
Gotcha. So basically read the fine print.
Exactly. And of course, if you're feeling lost,
if it all seems overwhelming,
the Avangard Group is here to help.
They'll take care of all that.
We can handle the formatting, the labeling, the uploading, the emailing.
So you can just focus on the big picture.
Focus on your dreams.
All right, so we're nearing the end of our deep dive.
It's been a journey.
We've gone through a lot of information.
From the nitty-gritty details to the big picture stuff.
But hopefully you're feeling more prepared now.
More confident about tackling this process.
So remember, the key takeaways are preparation, organization, attention to detail.
And knowing you've got support.
You don't have to go it alone.
Avangard Group is here for you.
To help you make those study abroad dreams come true.
So, take a deep breath, trust the process, and get ready for an amazing adventure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
And best of luck on your journey.
We'll see you next time.